Hello, I am RavenValon95 and welcome to the VGL cast, a podcast about discussing games, gaming news, and, well, let's be honest, there's going to be a lot of Dark Souls and Bloodborne talk. Now, with me is a man who has... What?
Somebody say Dark Souls?
Yeah, well, I said Dark Souls, and you're probably going to say Dark Souls. We're all going to say Dark Souls at one point or another. Now with me is a man who has made time for us in his busy schedule of buying video games, MadDragon249.
Hello.
And
I
a
like
man
you
who
said buying and not playing.
Yeah, well, I mean you don't. Let's be honest.
Who plays video games?
No one. Bunch of nerds.
Exactly.
And a man who has been in more bar fights than most people have taken breaths. It's Vertigo Tea Party.
What, mate?
You
want to take this outside? Hey, watch what you say.
Alright, I'm sorry, sir. It won't happen again. Now, the first topic that we have to discuss is, well, a little bit of a sad one. Mr. Satoru Iwata has passed away. At the age of 55. He's really young, so that sucks.
Yeah, that was out of nowhere. I had heard something about him having medical issues.
Yeah, he's had it for a while
I didn't really
now.
keep up with it that well. Yeah, and like he'd missed something because of it, but they didn't really make a big deal out of it. So I kind of didn't really pay a lot of attention to it. But then that news was out of nowhere. Like I actually remember, I laid down on the couch for like 15 minutes and got back up, and like all of a sudden, all Twitter was talking about was that. I was like, whoa, like what the hell happened? So yeah, that is very unfortunate.
Yeah, like it's insane because I never really thought about him passing away. Like Shigeru Miyamoto, I had like previously thought like what's going to happen to Nintendo without Shigeru Miyamoto? But Iwata, I just kind of figured, yeah, he'd always be there. It's Iwata. What could ever happen to him? And then he's gone just like that. It sucks.
Yeah, they better keep 100% health watch on Miyamoto at all times.
Yeah. Make sure he's doing fine. But, yeah, cancer's a bitch. Taking a water from us.
Yeah, that was pretty crappy. It was cool to see the reactions to, like, people went to, like, Nintendo of America headquarters and were leaving stuff outside. And apparently even, I don't keep up with the whole amiibo thing, but apparently there was, like, a silver Mario amiibo that was out there for quite a while. I presume somebody probably stole it eventually, but it was nice that nobody took it because I guess it's rare. I don't know.
Yeah, it's pretty rare.
But I thought that was pretty cool, and people like within Nintendo's little chat room things where you can draw stuff. They were doing a lot of stuff for Iwata, and
yeah, on the Miiverse.
The Japanese centers had places you could sign a book, like a remembrance book or whatever. So that was all pretty cool, I think, overall.
What I liked was how everyone like even though like the PlayStation's PR people and Xbox's PR people and everyone was pretty much like, even if they weren't affiliated with Nintendo in any way, or they were like Kamiya and they had this tough guy image, they all pretty much said how upset they were because of Iwata passing away. And it's like, yeah, this dude has had a massive impact on video games. Like, without him, we wouldn't have the Wii, which introduced a whole bunch of people.
He was a big part of a lot of Nintendo's franchises as well, wasn't he? So
yeah, probably
some specific ones like Kirby.
Yep.
And like I read, because honestly, I didn't know a lot about like what games he had worked on and whatnot, and the type of stuff that he had done in the past. Wow. And so I read some stories like about how basically he helped to save like the Earthbound release for at least the US, maybe for Japan too, by like completely just redoing all of the code base, and how like he was like a really good programmer and all this.
Yeah, yeah. That now I'm not sure if this is true, but apparently, MadDragon, what's the name of the Pokemon games that come after Blue, Red, and Yellow?
That would be Gold, Silver, Crystal.
Yeah, Gold, Silver, and Crystal. or gold and silver. Apparently, the programmers at the time weren't able to get everything that they wanted onto the cartridge. Then Satoru Iwata came along and just fucking through wizardry managed to compress the shit out of it and get enough space on the cartridge left over to put in the rest of Hoenn from the first game in the cartridge. So once you completed this entire brand new region, you could then go back to Hoenn is it Hoenn or Johto? Kanto. Well, I'm sorry, I'm a Gen 3 kid, so yeah, so you could go back to the very first area, and it was insane. He is like the Japanese version of John Carmack, I guess.
Well, I don't know if I would go that far, but yes, he apparently was incredibly good at programming, and
I think as well, like he helped to bring the DS along. Like without him, I'm sure we would just have like more Super Game Boys and stuff like that. He was the one who was like, we should try and move away from the Game Boy brand and try to, bring more women into gaming. That's why where the Wii and DS, that's why they were so successful, because they were like, everyone can buy from us instead of just Game Boys. That and
but yeah,
his bananas. Do you guys remember that in like the Nintendo Directs? He just hold a banana. It's like directly to you. Fucking, I love Iwata.
He was good.
Yeah, well,
yeah,
rest in
it'll
peace.
be interesting to see who they put in place. Honestly, I hope it's somebody who's, no disrespect to the dead, but somebody who understands better the current marketplace than apparently he did or had control over. Because, a lot of Nintendo stuff is still mired in, 1990s or 2000 thinking. Like, they need to really get on the ball when it comes to stuff like, with Reggie saying really stupid shit, like how watching games online isn't fun. It's like, well, apparently several 100,000 people disagree with you very strongly because Twitch is becoming more and more popular every year. So I really hope that somebody who can actually adjust properly and maybe make their online services not terrible would be also a nice side thing. But I hope it's somebody who's future looking. People, of course, have suggested Miyamoto.
I don't think so. Because he's winding down his career at Nintendo.
More creative aspect.
Because Miyamoto, he's been trying to build up all these other people at Nintendo for ages, just so that they're all prepared for when he eventually retires. And so it'd be weird for him to, just become a CEO for what would probably be less than 10 years.
Yeah, somebody was saying that Nintendo had been around for 120 years.
Yeah.
And Iwata was only the 4th president. That's crazy.
Yeah, that is pretty crazy. It was Yamauchi, I think, who was the person who was the president for the most. Yamauchi. I probably butchered his name. But anyway, should we move on?
Yes, I think we're good.
Yeah, just condolences to Iwata's family and everything like that. Mad Dragon, what games have you been playing?
What have I been playing? A lot of stuff.
I'll pick one.
I have to pick one.
Yeah, you can pick.
Really, just one.
You can pick one or two small ones. One big one, two small ones.
I'm just gonna first of all mention one thing, which is Rocket League. It came out free on PS Plus for PS4, and it's available to buy on Steam and other stuff probably for PC, and it is so bloody fun. It's just football or soccer, with remote-controlled cars. It's crossplay between PC and PS4, and it is so fun. I mean, I don't know if you've got any experience with it, but...
Nope.
Oh my god, it's fun. I mean, can you just imagine it like football, but with rocket-propelled remote-control cars?
Well, see, the thing is, I'm not a fan of, football games, and I'm also not a fan of driving games.
I hate football. I hate sports, right? I hate sports games. But this is so different. It's so fun, and crazy, and it's just like the matches are like 5-minute matches, and then you're like, okay, just one more game, and next thing you know, you spent like half hour or an hour playing it.
Did I just hear your phone go off?
Yeah, I got it on mute. Problem is, I got it right next to the mic.
Not muted enough, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, let's move it as far away from the mic as possible. Yeah. But yeah, Rocket League.
Was it your girlfriend texting you?
No. But yeah, the main game I'm going to talk about, though, the big game I'm going to talk about is The Evil Within.
The Evil Within. Can we call it by its proper name, Psycho Break?
Yeah, Psycho Break. No. That's such a good name.
Love Psycho Break.
I do.
Why does Japan get the better versions of like survival horrors? Like, I fucking love Biohazard. Fuck this Resident Evil bullshit.
It makes more sense, but
because you're not in a residential area.
Name, though.
What?
Yeah.
Biohazard's a super generic name, though.
It is, but I like it.
Like...
It makes more sense than
Resident Evil makes any damn sense. No, hell no.
It only makes sense for the first game.
Yeah.
Like, you know, when it's in like the mansion sort of setting. But yeah, Evil Within is still a good name though.
But like Biohazard, the announcer also sounds so much better. He's like Biohazard instead of like Resident Evil. But yeah, Evil with Psycho Break.
Evil Within, Psycho Break. Yeah, it's really really good. It's made by Shinji Mikami. You know the guy
who made Vanquish.
Evil. Yeah, made Vanquish, Resi 4, Resi 1
God
and
Hand.
2. No, was it 2? He made 1 though.
Resi 2 was Hideki Kamiya.
Yeah. See,
Resi 1 was Shinji Mikami.
Yeah. And then maybe 3 was him. I don't know. But he did.
I can look it up.
And 1. That's a big thing because
he also did Dino Crisis.
Oh shit! Yeah, that as well. Dino Crisis. That's a good series as well. That's just Resi, but with dinosaurs. I mean, it's bloody amazing.
He also made Disney's Aladdin on the Super Nintendo.
Wow, that's a big.
Oh my God! He made Goof Troop for the Super Nintendo.
Really?
Yeah, he made Goof Troop back when he was working on Capcom. Well, that's amazing. Capcom used to make such good licensed games.
Yeah, and then they went downhill.
Yeah.
What else he's done? Devil May Cry, Ace Attorney, Faithful Joe.
He did Devil May Cry?
Well, according to Wikipedia, but how...
He's one of the designers. Huh. Oh, I suppose that's mostly because Shinji Mikami was helping develop Resident Evil 4, and then Hideki Kamiya was like, let's make it more actiony, and name the guy Tony Redgrave, and make it a focus on melee combat. And actually, turns out we've made Resident Evil into Devil May Cry.
He also did Killer 7.
Oh yeah. Shinji Mikami and Suda51 both worked on that. Huh. I always thought that was just a Suda51 thing. Wait, isn't it just Suda now? I thought did he get rid of the 51?
I'm not sure.
Or is that Swery I'm thinking of? There's a lot of Japanese people who begin with S and have numbers at the end. Actually, just 2.
No, isn't it Grasshopper? No. Oh no, wait, that's the
company.
That's the company.
You should go on. You should.
Yeah, right. Evil Within. Okay, it's a survival horror game. You know, it's third person, over the shoulder.
With black bars
removed. Very similar. Very, very similar to Resi 4.
Can you move while shooting? Or move while aiming?
You can move.
Okay.
Basically, the controls of it's like Resi 4, but it doesn't control like Resi 4 with the tank controls. It's more like
Shadows of the Damned?
Resi 6 or Shadows of the Damned. Yeah,
another Shinji Mikami game.
Thinking of buying that. I've been thinking of playing that again because it reminds me so much of it. But it's like that. Just imagine, you know, you can move towards the camera and away from the camera and move the camera.
Does it have tank controls or is it?
No, it's like third-person shooter controls.
Okay.
You know, you can.
Because I like the fact that Resident Evil 4 had tank controls.
Yeah, I do think that fits the sort of like feel, you know, for like a third-person survival horror game like that.
Yeah, tank controls can work in some games. Like I think survival horrors are where they work the best.
Tank simulators, I think, is a good place.
Those two, yeah, tank sims.
And that's it.
No,
that's why. I really
and Tomb Raider,
Resident Evil. The first one was I hated the controls so much.
Have you tried playing Remake?
That's the only one I played was the remake on. Well, I played on GameCube.
Oh, okay. Because in the new remastering
Like
of the
HD
remake, you have the
Remake.
option for no tank controls.
You can actually control your character properly.
Yeah,
You
but
could
the only thing with
originally.
that- The only thing with that, without tank controls, is that when the camera moves to a new perspective, you let go of the stick and then you're trying to, move in a new direction.
Yeah.
It sort of like freaks out a little bit if you're pressing up to go forward on one screen and then transitions to another screen and then you're walking back the way you came.
Yeah, because it thinks of you as a two-dimensional character. It thinks of the movement on a two-dimensional plane, like up to move forward, down to move down, left, right. But with a fixed camera perspective, that's weird. So you want a more 3D perspective, which is what the tank controls are for.
Yeah, it's good. It each has good points and bad points.
Yeah.
But Evil Within, it's good. It's scary. It is scary.
Is it actually scary?
Yeah. Well, I've sort of
Really?
spoiled
Or
a
is
lot
it
of
Resident
myself.
Evil 6 scary?
No. It's much more like Resident Evil 4.
Okay, well, I didn't really get scared by Resident Evil 4 because,
there are some
Resident Evil
jump scares
4
and
is
stuff.
hilarious.
Yeah.
What was the line that the guy made towards Ashley's breasts? This it was something like
I haven't played it for so long.
breasts. Ashley
But
breasts. Oh, should not have googled that.
Oh wow.
Resident Evil 4.
No, it's much more serious tone than Resi 4 though. It's all about like psychological sort of like horror type stuff because it's the whole premise of the game is that it's in someone's mind or something, so that's why all these monsters are around.
That's why it's the evil within, because the evil is within you. Yeah.
And there's a lot of like impossible space sort of stuff going on and other things. So like I was walking down a corridor and then all of a sudden the corridor would like extend all the way out into the distance and I try walking to a door, it'll teleport me back, I walk to it again, and then all of a sudden there's like a flood of like blood rushing me down the corridor. And then I'm suddenly teleported into like this sewer type area. There's a lot of that stuff in the game. But the gameplay's good. It's a lot harder than I'd say Resi 4, because Resi 4 onwards is more sort of like shooter horror. This is still shooter horror, but it limits what you have to use, like equipment and ammo and stuff. And it is quite difficult. The enemies, are quite persistent. They're difficult to put down unless you headshot them. And if you don't headshot them or stealth kill them, you gotta like burn them, otherwise they can't get back up.
Oh, like the monsters in Remake.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
But it's like, unless you headshot an enemy, which could take multiple shots because you could blow like half their head off and they'll still come at you. Or there was this one time I shot someone, they had literally just a big hole where their face was. But they'd still come at you. Unless you headshot them, stealth kill them, which stabs them in the head. If you kill them any other way than that, they usually can get back up unless you burn them with a match. And that is another way to deal with groups of enemies. You could like knock one enemy down, wait till they're all standing on top of them.
Can you roundhouse kick them like Leon could?
No, you can't.
Oh, fuck this game. 0 out of 10.
You can't do suplexes either.
What the fuck is the point?
I know.
What the fuck is the point of it existing? By the way, the quote was from Luis. Well, I see that the president equipped his daughter with ballistics too. It is referring to her breasts.
So cheesy. So Resi.
Yeah.
That is such a Resident Evil thing. So yeah, Evil Within is good. It is difficult. I'm playing on the easiest difficulty to get myself through it first.
And it's still harder than Resident Evil 4 on normal.
Oh yeah, probably, yeah.
Huh.
Because one thing I really didn't like is when you're right at the beginning of the game, it puts you into a situation where you're first encountering these enemies and you've got no weapons, no ammo, no items.
So you just got to run away?
So you're basically stealthing the way through the game. You're crouching down and you've got to like throw bottles to distract the enemies and then sneak up on them and stab them in the head with a stealth kill. If they do find you, you're pretty much screwed because your melee damage until you upgrade it is like next to worthless. But once you get like say about 3 chapters in, you know, it really does pick up then. Because around about chapter 3, I think it was, which I was playing through earlier today, is like the village chapter in Resi 4. You know, and then you get like you're in like the village sort of area with buildings you can go into.
Isn't there a callback to Resident Evil 1 with like a zombie turning its head or something?
Oh yeah, there is. I just encountered that today as well. There's like the village area is just like Resi 4. You've even got a chainsaw guy that comes after you, and he's like sort of the boss of that area or a mini boss. You got to kill him, grab his chainsaw to.
Do they speak broken Spanish?
No, they don't speak at all. I don't think, or if they do, it's I don't know, maybe mumbling. Because all the enemies, I think, they're like haunted. I think they're called. Maybe.
Machayo. Detrás de tes imbécil. I'm trying to find out some of the quotes.
Bon Forastero. That's the only one I know.
Bon Ferretero.
But yeah, it's so like Resi 4. That bit that you were on about, the itchy bit, it's like in Resi 1, there's this diary you find, and it's the guy who's writing the diary in the game. As he goes on, he starts turning into a zombie, and he's, you know, just going so
I love
so
that.
tasty. There's that. There's a cutscene where you see a character like in a flashback, and then he starts scratching his head and stuff, and just saying itchy, itchy, so itchy. You know, as he's basically turned into one of these zombie.
I absolutely love it whenever there's any sort of like slow transformation into the zombies rather than it just being sudden. Like that's something I hated about Dead Space with the necromorphs. There wasn't this slow transformation into becoming this horrible monster. It was just, boop, you're done. Transformation complete. That's what I liked about like The Fly. Have you seen that movie with like Jeff Goldblum?
Yeah, I've seen that movie. It gave me nightmares as a kid.
I hated it, especially when he was taking off his fingernails. Ugh. That just fucked me up so much. But I loved how psychological it got. And I love that the most about like zombie stuff. The slow transformation. District 9 also had a pretty good one. It's transformation into a monster. Where the fuck is District 10? I want that.
I don't know. Probably too good, so it's never going to come out.
Yeah, we couldn't handle it. Sorry, I keep sidetracking you.
Yeah, Evil Within, it's good. You know, and I've watched a lot of Two Best Friends play it, so I've sort of like spoilt a lot of the, you know, mystery and scares for myself. But you know, gameplay-wise, it is still great.
I'm going to give you a spoiler, but it probably shouldn't be a spoiler to you since you're a Resident Evil fan. Yeah. It ends like every Resident Evil game with that weapon.
Oh, like just what, like a rocket launcher?
Yep. Dead fucking serious. Just like every single Resident Evil game ever, you just always get a rocket launcher. I love that.
Yeah. Thinking back, that is pretty much true, you know.
No, it is, yeah. Resident Evil 1, 2, 3, Code Veronica?
Yeah, probably. I know 4 and 5.
4 did, yeah, because A1 gives it to you. 5, you use it against Wesker. 6, that didn't exist.
I don't know.
Revelations, Revelations 2 as well happens. Only in the true ending, though. In the bad ending, you don't get it.
Wait, there's multiple endings?
In Revelations 2, yeah.
Wow, I don't like multiple endings.
That's because you're shit and you can't get the good one. Whoop whoop.
Yeah, because
shots fired.
Yeah, exactly.
Pew, 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 pew.
Exactly.
Sorry, that was mean.
But yeah, basically, thinking back of it now. Evil Within. You remember that early beta for Resi 4, and it was all sort of like
a ghost mansion sort of thing.
Yeah, the creepy ghost mansion and all psychological sort of thing happening to Leon. That's basically what Evil Within is. That is basically it. It's really good though. So yeah, unless you got questions on it, that's pretty much all I gotta say. It's really good. You should play it. Isn't it
Will
on
you sale,
be
like, right playing the DLC? Well? Yeah, it's 66% off right now.
Maybe buying the DLC, because I know there's 3 DLCs for it, and 2 of them are with the female character in the group. I can't remember what her name is because I haven't seen her since the beginning of the game. You play as her for like 2 of the DLCs, but I've heard it's really stealthy based. And I'm not a big fan of the forced stealth, you know, in the game.
So yeah,
'Cause the
I'm the
point of that
same.
gun-
I hate full stealth, yet whenever I have the option to perform stealth, I will go stealthy.
I like
I
the
just hate
option
being
to
it forced
stealth.
upon me.
Yeah, but I don't want to be forced into a stealth situation. I want to have the option to use stealth, and then, I can go like full force or go aggressive sort of stealth, but just pure
Which is
stealth.
funny since you're such a Metal Gear Solid fan.
Yeah, I know, but it's different in Metal Gear
It's
Solid.
like your favorite game series of
Right.
all time is a stealth game.
Yeah, but I can just get a pistol out, headshot a dude, trank a dude, get a magazine out, put it on the floor, distract him. There we go.
And then go kiss a poster in the locker. Mwah.
Yeah,
I love
exactly.
that. I recently was playing Metal Gear Solid 2, and I took a picture of that poster with the camera, and I sent it to Otacon, and he's like, "Oh, this isn't Ray, but I'll just make a backup of this."
Yeah,
So
got a lot
cute. Vertigo, what have you been playing?
Few things, but mostly Ark is what I was going to talk about. That early access game, another survival game, but with dinosaurs.
Oh yeah, that looks interesting.
Yeah, it's a hell of a lot of fun.
Early access survival games.
I know it's like one of the billionth types of these games. But no, it's actually really fun. Like I'm up. Wow, it says I've got like 94 hours into this game already.
Jesus.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know if it's actually been that much, but it's probably pretty close to actually playing that much. But yeah, and we ended up moving to like a purely PvE server, which we started on one that's not even worth talking about. But long story short, yeah, we wanted to play for the PvE aspects, not the PvP crap, because that usually turns out to be a total clusterfuck, especially in like alphas where people are abusing bugs and exploits and all this other stupid crap. So we wanted to avoid all that, but it's fun, like building up your base. And basically the way it works, if you're not familiar, it's again survival with dinosaurs instead of zombies. And you basically can get experience from cutting down trees and harvesting rocks, and you can use those things to build. Starting off, obviously, very rudimentary things, like you can build like this thatch walls and foundations, so you can build like a very weak house, but at least it gets you away from some dinosaurs, and it'll protect you from like hot and cold weather and things like that. But then as you progress, you can make like wood walls and stone walls and metal walls. And it actually gets pretty advanced because at first you're making like stone tools, then you make metal tools, and then you get to the part where you actually can make guns and a GPS and all this other stuff. The other really nice thing is that you can learn to tame the dinosaurs and eventually even ride some of them / most of them.
That's cool.
And early
Can
on,
you ride a T-Rex?
Only ride. Yes.
Oh,
Fuck
yeah.
yes!
Ride
This
a
is
T-Rex.
game of the year.
Oh yeah. And if you check out my series on it at youtube.com/VertigoTeaParty, you'll actually see we actually get to that point on that other server where we can tame T-Rexes, because
part?
you can't do it immediately. I can't remember. I forget.
Oh my god!
If it's probably pretty later on. I'm not even sure if I've uploaded that far into the series.
I'll
yet.
check the latest part
But,
then.
yeah, that might have some T-Rexes in it. But yeah, so in the taming methods.
Oh my god, that is so cool! He's fucking riding around on a T-Rex.
I guess he found one of them.
Holy
Was it
shit!
It is pretty nasty. But the only downside is that once you get on a T-Rex, it kind of feels like, well, there's like no real danger anymore. Like it's like I can kill like 2 or 3 brontosauruses at once.
What about
without
the
too much
pterodactyls?
trouble.
Can you ride them? Does his T-Rex have fucking
Yeah.
glasses on?
Yes.
What the
Yeah, all the
fuck?
cosmetic items they have. You can
That
put
sounds
glasses on
insane.
some dinosaurs.
Oh, this is amazing.
But, make
That
them
is
look
great.
studious.
Oh, I kind of want to buy this
But,
now.
It's fun. Like you should definitely watch that series. Start later on, like around part 8 or 9. A lot of the beginning stuff is us trying to figure out how the game works and all that crap. So we're stumbling around a lot.
We
If you
should
start
do this for
watching later on, like
VGL.
8 or 9, you totally should. Like it's a lot of fun. Now, a few caveats before you get like too gung ho. It is absolutely still an early access / alpha game.
Okay.
It runs poorly.
And you've got a
It's-
pre-monster
so you'll
rig,
probably
don't
want to
you?
turn down your. Do what?
You've got a monster rig, don't you?
Yeah, well, I do now.
Yeah.
I got a 980 Ti, and I can get like 50 to 70 FPS with most things max, but that's a pretty badass card. With my previous card, which was still nice, it was a 970. I would. They've improved it since I first started playing, but I often almost never hit 30 FPS. Now it's gotten better. Yeah, it's gotten a lot better since then, and they're still continuing to do more optimizations. They flat out said, "Look, it's not optimized yet, so it might not run well for you." But I mean, Sarah runs it on her laptop, which is several years old. Now she has to turn everything down. She has to have a really low resolution, but it plays. So just keep in mind, if you've got an older machine, it probably isn't going to run stellar, or at the very least, you're going to turn all the bells and whistles down, which you don't really need. It's not
it's not Crisis
game that you really need that, right? So the other, there's definitely a lot of flaky.
This does remind me of that Crytek tech demo they made ages and ages ago to show off like the GeForce 3, the Dinosaur Island. You probably remember that, Vertigo. No? Okay.
No, not really.
I'll try and find it.
But they also, the physics are really wonky. A lot of times you'll kill a dinosaur and it will like fly across the place. We've killed stuff and had it getting stuck in the sky, and it'll like fly, especially if you're like in a cave and kill something and it hits a wall. Like a lot of times it'll like crawl up the wall and get stuck in the ceiling. So you do have to look out for stuff like that. So it's absolutely still an alpha. But first of all, the devs are very proactive. There's probably like a patch every day almost on average. Some days it has more patches than normal.
I put the Dinosaur Island link in the Google Doc.
But,
so you can know what I mean.
Yeah, they're very proactive, and apparently they just patched again, like today, I think. Somebody was just sent me a link. Somebody I play with on the new series that I'm doing sent me some information.
Is that Travis?
A new creature. No, it's actually Broken Troll. I've done some like Diablo videos with him. But he's in my other series too. But okay. I'll be starting a new Arc series where we start a new server.
Did you and Travis break up?
What?
Did you and Travis break up?
No, I don't know what he's doing.
Okay, good.
But we did start a new series, where we actually know what we're doing instead of just wildly flailing about. So it's going to be a lot cleaner. It's nice too because we got like a nice base structure with a dock going out into the ocean. Because eventually you can get like underwater dinosaurs like megalodons and ichthyosaurus.
Oh,
yeah, it's pretty. The sharks are pretty cool. And you can go underwater and you can type really loud to your keyboard.
Sorry.
It's really neat. But there's like oil underwater and pearls because you can use it to make eventually you can make electronics and things like that. So the tech curve actually goes pretty high, and it's pretty neat. Like I say though, eventually you start kind of fearing less and less of the dinos, and that's where it becomes more obvious that it is a PvP game. Because at some point, it's like, okay, the dinosaurs aren't really a real danger anymore. And it kind of does start to lose its edge a little bit. But there are, like, apparently raids I've never even got into that you have to, like, take out this nasty dragon-like thing. But I've never even seen it. I've just kind of heard about it. But, yeah, it's fun to get a group of people who aren't going to be dicks and play in, like, a PvE server. And PvP is your thing, then obviously check it out. But those types of servers just seem to invite griefers and dickwads, so I don't really play on those. But yeah, it's definitely awesome, and I think it's only like $30 or something.
I might wait for when it properly releases then.
Yeah, I would suspect.
Is it going to increase in price or stay the same?
What?
Is it going to increase in price like Minecraft, or is it going to decrease in price?
I don't know. Not really quite sure how they're going to.
I'll try.
Right now, it's $30. Which, like I say, given that I've played almost, going on like 90 to 100 hours, I'd say so far I'm got my money's worth out of it without question. I think I actually got it a little discount, like $25. So yeah, I'd say I've got my money's worth. And like I say, you can ride on raptors, T-Rexes, pterodons. There's these giant because it's not just dinosaurs. There's mammoths. There's saber-toothed tigers. You can mount those. Different dinosaurs have different aspects. Like a raptor is pretty quick, but they don't do a lot of damage. They don't have a lot of stamina. Whereas something like a cat is like really, really fast and can jump and it can traverse large areas like very quickly. So, and they can also harvest different things better. For example, like an ankylosaurus, those dinosaurs with the big clubs on their tail, can harvest metal really well from stone, whereas something like a stegosaurus gathers berries like crazy, and a mammoth can collect wood really, really well. So it's cool that there's a diversity. You can level up your dinosaurs. You can increase their damage or the hit points, things like that. So it's really a hell of a lot of fun. And I know that the whole early access thing has been beaten to death. But if you're still like interested, even remotely, I'd say check a few videos out. Not necessarily by me, youtube.com/VertigoTeaParty, but you should consider it. It's a hell of a lot of fun.
By the way, it will be lower priced during early access relative to its final full version retail price.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that's fair enough. I would say, though, if you're the type who doesn't really have a lot of patience for the early access stuff, I would say, personally, I think they've got minimum of a year before it's ready to be full.
I can wait a year. Release. I've got, like, fucking a million games in my backlog.
Yeah, oh, I know. I do too. Like, I shouldn't be playing this. But I couldn't help myself because, like, it's dinosaurs, for God's sake. And you can see you can ride T-Rexes and you can ride megalodons and scorpions and other things. Like, how could I say no to that? So,
yeah.
Here we are. And I like the whole base building aspect. I mean, like, with protecting yourselves and taming the dinosaurs, all that's pretty fun. And like I say, I really like
the forest is a lot like that, except it actually reminds me a lot of The Forest, but with dinosaurs. So that's cool.
Right, and that's why it's better automatic.
Yeah, I kind of wish IceBear was here because he did a series on The Forest.
The devs are very proactive too. Like, they post a lot. Like I say, there's at least, on average, I would say there's a patch a day. They're constantly adding new dinosaurs in. Like, roughly once every 2 weeks, they add like 1 to 2 different creatures. Like, they just added like these really annoying like ant things that can tear you up if you're not ready. They just announced they're adding like this new herbivore that's really fast. So yeah, they're always adding new stuff. I'm glad they're not just like, cool, we made, because they just passed like 1 million sales. I'm glad they're just like, cool, well, we're just going to take this money and run. They've been very active. But yeah, that's Ark Survival Evolved, and it's ARK if anybody looks for it.
That reminds me, during the Steam summer sale that just recently passed, Ark sold 500,000 units and generated $10 million.
Wait, it sold 500,000 just during the Steam sale?
Yeah.
Holy crap. Because, yeah, I remember that's one of the things that got me interested, too, was that people were saying that Ark was either not discounted at all or very, very, very mildly discounted and still at the top sellers list for, like, a long time during the Steam summer sale. Like, so people were buying the hell out of it.
It got the most revenue out of everything. It didn't sell the most. That was Counter-Strike, just because it's generally cheaper, but it got the most money.
Yeah, wow. But yeah, definitely keep an eye on it. If you're even remotely interested in that type of thing, I would say, keep an eye on it at the very least. Watch some videos of it.
Yeah. Is that on to me now, then?
Yes.
Alright, so what have I been playing? I've been a very bad boy, and I actually haven't been playing many video games at all. So I was going, fuck me, I don't know what to pick. Because I played Metroid Zero Mission for a little bit. How about that?
Ooh, good.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you.
I started playing Metroid Zero Mission because, recently, the anime and video games convention just recently passed here in Australia, and I went to that, and my brother managed to pick up a Samus Aran amiibo, and I got so fucking jealous because, holy shit, the Samus amiibo. Oh, Mad Dragon, you feel my pain?
Is that the Zero Suit or the regular one?
Regular one.
Regular one,
Yeah.
yeah, it's good.
Yeah. Do you have it?
I got the regular one. I don't have the Zero Suit Samus.
Yeah,
don't know if
I
they
want
will,
the regular
because-
one, the power suit one. The
Oh, it's
Varia
good.
suit? Is it the Varia suit?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, the Varia suit. I want the Varia suit Samus because that's so cool. And yeah, like on eBay, it costs like $75. It's ridiculous. And you
Wait,
got it
what?
for like $18.
Wait, the amiibo?
Yeah,
$75? Are you serious?
for me it is. For you, it's probably like a quid.
Still like retail price, like 15 quid.
Yeah, but well, every store I've checked so far has been out of stock, so I've had to. eBay's my last resort. I
Yeah,
could
I'm
go to
looking at it,
Amazon,
it's
but they don't ship here. Or else I have to
£11.49.
books. Fuck you! Send that to me.
It's like one of the most common ones because it's
Really?
Like, yeah,
Wow.
and it's the first, you know.
See, the
first,
most common one I've seen
run.
is Link. No, Pikachu.
Yeah, well, Samus is like in that sort of like, you know,
It's-
rarity like.
Well, see, the Samus, Wii Fit Trainer, and Palutena. Those are the main three that I want.
Oh yeah,
Wii
we
Fit
Fit
trainers.
Palutena. Those are rare.
See, I've actually seen a lot of Palutena, but it's Wii Fit Trainer I've seen like fucking none of.
I was saying that Wii Fit is like 15 quid right now on Amazon.
Send that to me.
Nah.
The link.
Oh right, oh the link. I thought you want me to buy it and send it to you. Like, nah.
Aw, I'm hurt. But yeah, I've been playing Metroid Zero Mission, and wow, it is by far the definitive way to experience the first Metroid game.
Oh yeah, I tried playing the NES Metroid that I got from the 3DS Ambassador program thing. Could not play it. I cannot play NES games. They're too sort of like.
Oh, sorry,
you
we
know,
can't
sort of
deliver
thing.
this item to Australia. Get fucked.
Yeah, no. But Zero Mission
Disgust me,
is
Mad Dragon.
one of the best, you know, remakes.
What was that? Sorry, I was
Zero
getting
Mission
angry at
is one of the
Amazon.
best remakes.
Yeah, definitely. I wish
And since
more
it's got,
NES
like,
games
extra
got
stuff.
Zero Missioned,
Oh yeah.
like the first Legend of Zelda or Kid Icarus. I'd love those games to get Zero Missioned.
But Nintendo don't do much of that anymore.
Yeah, I especially want Kid Icarus to get Zero Mission because Kid Icarus and Metroid both have Metroids, or
Yeah, I remember
Kameidos,
that,
I think they're called in Kid Icarus.
Uprising.
Yeah.
They had those in them. Yeah.
Hey, look, it's like a little baby Metroid. No. This universe and that universe are completely different things.
Yeah. I need to
I
get that
fucking
game
love
again.
Kid Icarus Uprising, except for the gameplay, which is kind of a big deal.
Stop your whining.
I'm left-handed, so
What's
it really
a little bit
hurts.
of hand cramp and left-handed and stuff.
What's a little bit of arthritis?
Exactly.
But yeah, Zero Mission is just great. I love it, especially, and it's like so many small things make it so much. By the way, I'm playing this with a PS4 controller, so fuck the Game Boy Advance and stuff like that. Yeah, I downloaded an emulator, put it on my laptop, and just decided to play it with the PS4 controller.
Naughty. You
But,
should buy a cartridge, buy a Game Boy player for the GameCube. Buy a GameCube if you don't have it and play it on your TV.
Oh, my headset's falling off.
To play it though, because that
What?
would be expensive.
What was
That's
that?
not the optimal way to play it.
What isn't?
On a Game Boy player for the GameCube. 'cause
Why
they're so
wouldn't I just
fucking
buy it off of the Virtual Console?
rare.
Is it on the Virtual Console?
Yeah, it is actually. Yeah, yeah, dude,
Alright.
it looks better.
I'll get it on the Virtual Console, but I'll still play it on my laptop because I'm
There's
lazy.
some great games on the Virtual Console now for the Wii U.
Yeah.
Like, they started putting DS games on there, and there's like Fire Emblem Shadow Dragon, which Fire Emblem games, you know, they're getting much more popular, you know, quite expensive as well, some of them, so...
Yeah, there needs to
saw
be
that
more
on there.
there needs to be more DS games on the Virtual
God,
Console.
yeah.
The fucking world ends with you. That's what I
Yes.
want. Because
I
you
got that
can't
on
really
my
get it
phone, but
anywhere.
having thing- You can.
The iOS
Look on
version is
Amazon.
fucking broken. I can't look
The
on
what?
Amazon, man.
The what? The iPhone?
Yeah, the mobile
No,
port
no.
is broken.
They recently patched it, like last
Oh,
month.
did Square Enix
Yep.
actually fucking did
They-
something right?
Finally patched it.
What about Android?
I don't know, who cares about
Okay.
Android?
I do. I only have an Android phone. You hurt me, Matt Dragon. You cut me deep.
iPhone then.
I don't want a fucking shitty phone. Or like I
Yeah,
poop
iPhones are
phone.
Crap.
Yeah, my
Or like-
6 Plus says, you know, it's really
Yeah, but yeah, I've been playing Metroid Zero Mission, and there's not really much I can say about it because I haven't played that much of it. I've only played like an hour, so I haven't even really gotten very far into it. But
It's good though.
yeah,
Really good.
I miss Metroid games, man. It's a shame that there hasn't been one since Metroid Prime 3.
Yeah. Well, has there?
Yeah, I mean, there was Metroid Prime 1, 2, 3, and then that's all there's been. Oh, sorry, it was Fusion and Metroid Prime 1 came out on the same day. Then it was Metroid Prime 2, and then it was Metroid Prime 3.
There's Metroid Prime Hunters, but that came out before 3, I think, didn't it?
Oh, yeah, that's true. But I've actually only had the demo disc for Metroid Prime Hunters. I've never played it proper.
It's good.
Right. But doesn't it have the Kid Icarus problem where you've got to aim with the... Yeah, I don't... Because I'm left-handed.
Basically Kid Icarus.
Yeah, because I'm left-handed, I don't think I can.
I think.
Oh, maybe. I'll probably just buy it in the end for the collection.
Use the face buttons to move and aim.
Oh, like Peace Walker?
Oh. Yeah, but why would you do that? That's a terrible way to play a first-person shooter. Face buttons.
Yeah, but I hope Nintendo announces a new Metroid game soon enough. It'd be cool.
There's Federation Force. Yeah.
Sorry, Mad Dragon, you just sounded a lot like static. I didn't get that.
You know, that they just released like 2 new games, wasn't it? You know.
What? No.
Announced, you know, Federation Force.
No, just static. No, can't understand you. I think we should move on.
There we go.
For the news, Mad Dragon. Yeah.
That was good enough.
Yeah, that was good. Motive Studios is a new studio with Amy Hennig and Jade Raymond. What do you guys think about that, eh?
I have no clue. No idea.
Well, I figured you'd be... Well, first of all, they're working on some new Star Wars games, so you probably don't care about that. But Amy Hennig is the lead writer for Uncharted 2.
Yeah, I'm not.
And you love Uncharted.
Yeah, I like the game, but I'm not in the know of who made it.
Amy Hennig.
Those guys at Naughty Dog.
Alright, I'm going to tell you who made it. It was Amy Hennig and Amy Hennig. There you go.
Yeah. You know,
she made the whole thing.
Yeah, just by herself. She did all the motion capture as well. Interacting with herself.
Voice work, animation, art. She did all that.
All the music and sound effects, that was just her with her mouth going like in different ways.
Raven, please don't do that again.
Don't do what again?
Sound nice. Yeah, that's dreadful.
That really hurts, actually.
Well, good.
I got.
But yeah, I mean, that's pretty cool. Like I also it's like 2 people whose names I knew, like just like that are thrown around a lot that I wasn't really 100% sure what they've done. But I do like. I'm not a big Star Wars person, but I do like they're putting on serious talent on the games so that maybe the next Star Wars games will be good and maybe we can get another really good game like Knights of the Old Republic instead of
Star Wars Connect.
A WoW clone like the Old Republic. Do what?
Star Wars Connect.
Oh boy, I forgot about that one. Really
It's the only Xbox 360 game I've actually played.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah, I own Gears of War 1 and 2, but I've only actually played Star Wars Connect.
Why would you play that game specifically as your Xbox exclusive?
Because I watched JonTron review it, and I thought, that actually looks kind of fun. I want to do that. And then I bought it, and then I played it, and then I stopped.
Yeah, you just stopped and quietly put it back on the shelf. There we go.
I put it in the bin. Just gently placed it in the bin. It's like...
Please tell me you did the dancing bit, though, at least.
No, yeah, that's all I did, actually. I only played the dancing section. I didn't play anything else.
Wow.
You should have just bought Just Dance. But it doesn't have the songs that are Star Wars-ified. Like, instead of Mr. Lonely... No, it's like, I'm Han Solo. I'm Han Solo. Stuff like that.
Solo.
It's good.
Yikes, yeah.
It's the best. Tekken X Street Fighter is still being made. We actually have
It's
the
like,
character lineup fully decided,
And two
and
people in
polygon
the
models,
fighting community
moves,
actually
and the system are fully done as well. Harada. What do you think about that?
Thing is, wasn't this like announced so long ago? It's
The thing is,
Most people
it's just
have probably
that Street
forgotten.
Fighter Cross Tekken wasn't that
came
good
out
of a
and
game.
wasn't as good.
Yeah. So if they were to just release another version of it pretty much immediately, no one would buy it. So they've got to leave enough room for people to be like, well, to forget about it, essentially. But Street Fighter V is coming out soon. And then as soon as that comes out, Tekken 7 is going to be releasing. So that something that they're worried about is oversaturating the market with too many games too quickly. Because, you know, that's pretty much what nearly killed the fighting game like genre ages ago, you know, back in the arcade days. Just too many fighting games. And
Everything was just trying to compete with
Street
Capcom
Fighter
and stuff, you know.
Yeah. And so they're being careful
Mortal
because
Kombat, you mean? Get it right.
yeah, sure. Yeah, so they're just trying to be careful to not oversaturate the genre, so they've got to space it out. So maybe a year or two after Tekken 7 releases, we can probably expect Tekken Cross Street Fighter. But that's just my armchair analysis. I mean, I don't fucking work at Namco or whoever makes Tekken. Who does make Tekken?
I'll probably be a lot more sort of excited
Namco.
for Tekken Cross Street Fighter, because I mean it's going to be a lot more interesting to see how Street Fighter translates into the Tekken sort of
Yeah,
gameplay,
it will be interesting to see how they move and look in proper 3 dimensions. Because, I mean, Street Fighter 4 and 5, I know they're 3D, but they're not, on a 3D plane. Although I suppose Tekken isn't really either. It's 2D, but you can just swap between the planes multiple times. It's not like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Yeah, that's what all 3D fighters are like, though.
Well, no, I mean, JoJo's, you have, full 3D movement.
Yeah,
or
you
that
attack and you strafe left and right.
Castlevania game. The Castlevania fighting game with the Death Note guy.
Yeah,
Yeah, you get full movement. In Tekken, it's just you can sidestep around, isn't it?
Yeah, you sidestep, and if you hold the sidestep, you strafe all the way around.
Yeah, you go into you go backwards. Yeah, but it's not full. When you rotate the analog stick, you don't spin around on the spot. It's not like a proper Devil May Cry game, which is what JoJo is closer to.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
That's more like Naruto type stuff.
Yeah, that's what I mean by 3D movement and playing on a 3D plane. JoJo is like that.
It's excellent 3D fighter.
Actually,
Trust me, I platinumed it.
I have as well. I just can't remember. I think you know what? I'm fucking confusing JoJo with that new J-Stars game that came out.
Which is like an anime fight, though.
Yeah, because JoJo's in that. Or Joseph and Jonathan?
Jonathan.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm getting my anime confused.
That's so Raven.
Fuck you. Crash Bandicoot animation revealed. What do you guys think of that?
It's weird.
It's the fucking Animaniacs, but Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah, Animaniacs. Funny you should mention that. I got a big Tasmanian devil.
Tasmania.
That was Animaniacs, right? Or was that Looney Tunes? Yeah, I don't know.
Wait, what's the difference?
I don't know. Are they both the same or different?
I saw something about it supposed to be very much like Animaniacs.
Yeah, that's true.
In the 3 seconds I watched it.
It looks I don't know. Was this never released?
Yeah, this only just got released earlier this month.
We just found it. Yeah, it looks terrible.
I suppose it's good that it didn't get released.
To be fair, most of those children's cartoons, if you go back and watch them, are god-awful, I'm sure.
No, not the one I watched. I remember them being super good.
Batman the Animated Series.
Don't ever
Still
watch
so
them
good.
again.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
I actually recently watched
Back-
Batman the Animated
go
Series, and
back a
that's
little bit
still
further.
good. What was it? Wait, fuck, we moved ahead. Wait, what was that? Sorry, Vertigo?
If you go back further,
Oh,
those probably suck. Like I tried to watch
Dragon
the
Ball
Super
Z.
Mario Brothers
It
Super
does
Show
suck.
again on Netflix. Well, Dragon Ball Z sucked when it was new. But
Oh.
that show sucks my ass. I will go on record. Like I tried watching that garbage for like 4 or 5 episodes, and it was terrible.
Did you even get to the Super Saiyan bit?
I wasn't able to pick it up like at the beginning. Picked it up at one of those parts where they're air quotes fighting, but really just staring at each other a whole lot. And the way it's blowing through their hair, holy shit! That's some of the most boring shit I've ever watched.
It's when
And
you're
I've
like
seen Attack on
6,
Titan.
it's the best ever.
Heyo!
Oh wow, 2 shots.
What was that?
I know. Actually, Attack on Titan was only mildly boring.
Wow.
Oh man.
All right.
Man, I wanted to like it, but
I skipped
my
over
fault,
something,
I'm
but Jaeger is no longer developing Dead Island 2. So Jaeger Studios are best known for Spec Ops: The Line, and when they said they were going to be developing Dead Island 2, everyone got sort of confused because they were mostly known for this super serious game, and then they're like, we're going to be making this super goofball 8-player Dead Island sequel, which is called Dead Island 2, but isn't set on an island. So,
Yeah.
now they're not.
So what is going on with Dead Island 2 then?
It's just Deep Silver is like,
well,
we want it to be really good, so we're telling Jaeger to piss off.
Wasn't Spec Ops the
well,
Line
I think it was
really
more
good?
on
Spec Ops: The
like
Line
a
was good.
different style. Like I wouldn't want somebody like Platinum doing a new Knights of the Old Republic game, right? Like it's not their thing. It's not.
I
their
would totally
baby.
want a fucking Platinum Star Wars game, though. Holy shit, that could work so well.
Oh,
Sure.
wow.
A Star
Make it like
Wars
Metal Gear
game,
Rising, but with a
yes, not
lightsaber.
Knights
Holy
of the Old
shit.
Republic.
Yeah, a Star Wars game
And
by
Force
Platinum.
powers and stuff.
The
Oh, yeah.
Force
not like
Unleashed
an RPG.
remade by Platinum. That would be amazing.
Oh wow.
That
just
game would
thinking
actually be
about it,
good
it's
then.
So good.
But yeah, you bring up a good point, Vertigo. It's like certain developers do have their strong suits, but I mean, the writer from Spec Ops: The Line left, so I figured like they wouldn't be too serious about the whole thing. So I don't know. It's going to be interesting in about 20 years when we find out what actually happened. If Dead Island 2 even comes out, then it might be the new Duke Nukem Forever we're seeing. Or new Half-Life 3, I guess. Speaking of
next.
Project Cars cancelled for Wii U. Shh. Does anyone hear that? Does anyone hear that?
Oh no.
That's the ambulance
know.
coming for Nintendo. It's going Wii U, Wii U, Wii U.
I didn't even know it was coming out for Wii U.
Yeah,
so-
it's been coming out for the Wii U for ages, and now it's just gotten cancelled. Originally, back when they were
wait.
developing it for the PS3 and 360, people thought, yeah, it could easily come to the Wii U. And then when they started saying, and then when they cancelled the PS4 and, PS3 and 360 versions, they were like, hang on, how is it still there for the Wii U? And then they were like, no, there's still a lot of untapped potential in the Wii U, showing a lot of potential. It's going to be great. And then they kept saying that for months and months and months, saying how we're going to show this great power for the Wii U. And then they cancelled it.
Well, this is kind of sad because it's like, all these third parties are just, not giving the Wii U the games and shit.
Well, they said that it just does not have the power to pull it off. But they are hoping to put it onto the NX. So maybe for a launch title we can get Project Cars, which would be fine. But they've already announced Project Cars 2.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, great. It's going to be another Wii U getting year-late ports. People are playing Assassin's Creed 4 and they're just getting Assassin's Creed 3.
I don't get what's going on with the NX thing as well. Like, I mean,
Neither do Slightly Mad Studios. They actually said out publicly, we don't have any access to information about the NX that you guys don't, but we're hoping for an announcement at E3. And then there wasn't, and then that's it.
Who are they again?
Slightly Mad Studios are the developers of Project Cars.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah. But now onto some really, really positive news. Hatsune Miku DLC for Persona 4 Dancing All Night. Holy shit.
Oh, yeah.
I like
this.
This is the best. And her outfit is so cool as well. It's so fancy looking.
I mean, you take Persona 4, right, combine it with Hatsune Miku for the rhythm game of Persona 4, great, boom, done.
You've got Game of the Year.
Yeah, DLC, awesome. DLC of the year.
I wish this isn't coming out on PS4, is it?
It's PS Vita.
Vita only.
Praise be that Vita.
I wish it was coming out on PS4 because I would so buy it for the PS4.
Well, do you know what you should do? Get a Vita. There we go.
No, fuck off.
Oh god, it looks so good.
It does. Oh my god, Vita looks so great with cel-shaded graphics.
See, this is really like more of an interest to me because I recently started playing the Hatsune Miku games as well.
Yeah.
So,
what platform?
The Vita.
Ah, okay.
I got it on sale, the first one.
I wonder how much the Hatsune Miku games are. Oh wow!
Back at full price.
Let me take a look. Oh, on PS3, it's only.
They're really cheap, apparently, like retail.
Oh, it's out of stock. Never mind. Oh.
It's like number 2 on both Vita and PS3 over here is like 15 quid. So it's
really? Holy shit! I'm gonna check eBay then. Hatsune Miku. What the fuck? A pillow? A body pillow?
Oh, body
so
pillow.
weird.
Yeah.
No, I'm joking.
Don't tell me you've never searched that. That's probably in your browser history.
I actually
That's
haven't.
your search history.
No. Adaki Makura. Jesus. She's not wearing a skirt either. Oh my god. No. What's the game called? Project Diva.
Project Diva F2 or 2.
Yeah, that's actually this isn't. It's $40. I don't know how much that is for you. Let me check. That's 18 British pounds for you. Yeah, so
I'm looking at this. Yeah, this is your fault. I'm on eBay looking at stuff now.
Yeah, I'm looking at the Dakimakura. I mean, what?
What the hell is Dakimakura?
Revelations 2 is coming to the PlayStation Vita, and now Mad Dragon is crying tears of joy. Thank you, Sony.
This is good.
Thank you.
Now, it's coming digital only though, isn't it?
I believe so, yeah.
From what I understand, it's coming in digital only, and there's no co-op for story mode, although there will be co-op
in raid mode.
In raid mode, and at a later date, I think, ad hoc, so like local wireless in raid mode. I don't know why they said the later date, I don't know. That's what I've read anyway. But yeah, at least it's coming. I'll be buying this for sure, because I've recently started playing Revelations 1 on PS3, and like, I'm enjoying it and stuff, but then I'm like, I wish I had this on 3DS again, because then I could just sit there and it just feels good on the handheld. So,
are you playing with tank controls or?
No, shooter controls.
Okay.
I want to play with tank controls because like Resi 4 with tank controls and Resi 5 with tank controls works great because it adds to the sort of like, survival horror sort of like sting of it.
And what's cool is what I like that they brought back was the emergency dodge from Resident Evil 3. I think that was in Resident Evil 3.
Yeah, that's 3.
Yeah. Does it work the same way? Like you just got to press forward at the last moment, or does it change?
I'm not a big fan of it. It's either you got to press forward or back with X, so do a quick turn.
Yeah.
You either do the quick turn or press forward, and then it dodges. But I'm not a big fan of that dodge.
It's a very high risk, high reward sort of move.
Yeah. It's like I'm using the shooter controls, by the way, because it's like I want to use the tank controls, but the shooter controls just work so much better. Like from like a You know, sort of.
Yeah,
like
when I got the
sort of
Circle Pad Pro for the 3DS, I was using the shooter controls. Oh my god.
it
So
plays
good.
so much better.
Yeah, it
Although
does.
I want to use tank controls because it adds to the experience, but I can't go away from shooter controls because it's, you know,
You
better
got,
control
you
mechanism.
feel like you're more in control.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think that
That's
brings
good,
us to the end of the podcast. What would you guys like to shout out? Mad Dragon, I'm going to start with you because I think you're the least prepared.
Yeah. This is why I'm stumbling right now.
All right,
Like,
all right. Vertigo, what do you want to shout out? Should I just put in VertigoTeaParty.com?
Series. You should.
Vertigo
but then
Tea
you
Party.
should go watch.
.com.
But you should wait like a week until I start my new arc series, where we're on the new server, where we actually know what the hell is going on.
All right, there you go. Mad Dragon?
Like, I don't
Want
know.
me to go?
Maybe... Yeah, you can go.
All right. Well, hopefully it's up by the time this goes live. But your JoJo anime manga thing that you're gonna do.
Yeah. I recently bought a load of manga, so I'm probably doing a pickup video of that. So that's probably gonna go up soon. A lot of JoJo in it, and that's pretty much the only thing that I was even remotely may have suggested as a shout out. So good job, Raven. Good job.
Well, you could shout out someone else. You could shout out IceBear and his La Noir series.
Oh, Eleanor, yeah, I need to watch some of that. I only watched the first 2 episodes.
The second episode, fucking Danny makes the best fucking joke. The color joke.
It's so good. I need to watch more of that series.
Yeah, so do I. Is it just me, or do they always seem like in their videos they're drunk?
Yeah.
It's like every time I watch them, they're like, "Whoa, I'm fucking drunk, Danny. Shut up, Cameron."
It's just so good as well.
Yeah. All right. La Noir. All right. Well, that brings us to the end of the podcast. So, thank you for sticking around, everyone. That's my outro for my videos. Fuck. I hope you enjoyed the VGL cast. Tune in 2 weeks from now. Same bat channel, same bat time, maybe, sort of. Hopefully, IceBear will be here. See ya.
Bye.